Hey, thanks for checking out this video. Today I'll cover how organizations prevent AI agents from oversharing data and leaking sensitive information using Microsoft Purview. You'll see how IT and security teams work together to detect risk, investigate agent behavior, and keep AI operating safely at scale. Let's dive into it. In this demo, we will start with Cecile, the IT admin, and move to Kaji, the data security admin, to show you how these two teams work together to mitigate risk in the organization as AI agents scale. AI agents introduce both internal risks like data oversharing and external risks like jailbreaks and exploitation, so organizations need security that can address both. In this demo, we will focus on one of the biggest internal risks, data oversharing. Agents access, create, and share data, so without the right guardrails, oversharing can happen fast. In this demo, we'll show you how IT and security teams work together to protect data from oversharing and leaks. First, as an IT admin, I can observe AI-driven data risks for agents. I'll go ahead and select Manage Agent Risks. Observability is essential and a good starting point for everything. Here I can see a list of all agents, but more importantly, let's look at the agents in my organization that have been flagged as risky. Out of all the agents in my organization, I can see a few of the agents with the highest risk alerts. For example, the supplier agent has a few risk alerts. Let's take a look. The Security and Compliance tab gives me, as an IT admin, the confidence that my agents are operating securely. I get an overview of which security policies are already enabled for the agents, along with key data security insights, such as whether these agents are high risk or accessing sensitive data. Now, based on these insights, I can either take an action to block the agents or have my data security team in Purview to investigate agents further, which is what we will do here. Let's switch to the data security team's view in Purview to understand the data security and compliance landscape for agents. As a data security admin, Microsoft Purview is where I go to manage all of my agents at risk and their data that they're accessing. I can see what agents are doing. AI observability and data Purview helps me monitor agents and give full visibility on how they handle sensitive data. I can protect what matters, enforce Purview for agents for secure data access policies, and I can stay compliant. Retention, auditing, e-discovery, all this extends to agents like it does employees. In AI Observability tab, I can view a list of all the agents in my org. This is the same list we saw in the M365 Admin Center, with a lot more context and details on what access these agents have to sensitive data and how it's being used. Agentic risk. You're familiar with insider risk management is pivoted to agents and identifying risk. All this enabling me to decide on the right data security and compliance guardrails and to enforce them confidently without slowing the team's productivity. On top of my list, Purview has flagged the Java supplier agent as a high risk, so let's take a deeper look. Every action is clearly mapped to give me the full picture of this agent's activity. In this case, the user asked Java supplier agent to send weekly updates to members of a confidential group. Because an external vendor was a guest in one of the project syncs, the agent inadvertently tried to send the confidential document update to the external recipient, something the organization does not allow. Clicking on into the risk level, I can see a sequence of events. The Java supplier agent, instead of accessing PO data, also starts to access contract data, a highly confidential information source it shouldn't have access to. In addition to this access, it tries to exfiltrate the data to outside the organization, an action that is stopped by the Data Loss Prevention DLP policy. Finally, there is an unethical activity performed with the agent being asked to draft a persuasive gift message. All this increases the risk of the agent. The data security team has full details to tune and ensure that the agent can be set with the right permissions so it doesn't access contracts, which is not needed for its job. Let's see how these activities connect to other activities from the agent. Let's look at the AI Observability tab. To get more detailed context on the behavior of this agent, I shift back to the Activities Explorer in DPSM to see all the activities. The agent has been working correctly, but recent activities like sensitive data access, the most recent DLP rule match, where the agent tried to send sensitive information outside the organization but was blocked as intended, and the request to draft a persuasive gift message that was blocked, I want to investigate this further. Let's drill into this DLP rule match. You're seeing a DLP rule match here because, as you could see in IRM, the agent interaction triggered an existing DLP policy. Even if the action wasn't blocked, this view surfaces policy alignment and potential data risk across agent prompts, responses, or tool access, so security teams can validate coverage and spot gaps early. Let's take a closer look at the previously mentioned IRM unethical activity. From the activities performed by the agent, I also see the unethical behavior has been detected as part of the potentially risky behavior. To learn more details about this unethical interaction, I can go to the Communication and Compliance tab. Here in the Communication Compliance tab, it's flagging the unethical interaction. I don't have to watch everything, but if an agent tries to break the rules, I get a clear alert and can take action. From here, I can investigate, notify, escalate, or resolve the situation. I can see this agent has been instructed to draft a persuasive email to the procurement lead, offering a benefit for fast-track approval. That behavior doesn't comply with the organization's rules. From here, I can investigate, notify, escalate, or resolve the situation. With this, I don't just see what data agents touch, I can make sure they act ethically, aligned with policies and organizational values. Let's look at the matches that are detected. Prompt and responses are evaluated against existing compliance policies and classifiers, and any matches are surfaced to reviewers using the same investigation and remediation workflows customers already have and use today. Let's look at the Microsoft Purview tab. As a data security and compliance admin, in addition to the alerts, I also want to take a look at the agent's other activities to get a complete picture. Purview Audit captures every interaction, every prompt, every data access, every interaction between both users and agents. Let's drill into one of these interactions. So when regulators ask, how did this happen? I can trace it instantly. Also, from a legal standpoint, admins can perform content analysis with eDiscovery, giving legal teams full context, what happened, who was involved, and exactly what data was touched. So investigation and audits are fast, defensible, and complete. AI agents are moving fast, and without the right guardrails, they can easily overshare or access data that they shouldn't. Purview keeps your AI agents in their lane, spots trouble before it happens, and makes sure every move is on the record. That's the role Purview plays, quietly protecting your data while AI moves your business forward. Thanks for tuning into this video. Make sure you like and subscribe on the channel, and we'll catch you on the next one.